Okay, what's your main driving question? Charlie, would you like to ask it?
Our question is, we're researching about the village and people of
Okay.
the Boiling River.
Okay, what questions do you have about the village and people?
One of my questions is if they have like a system of education and governance like we do.
Yeah, so they do have some public schools in the nearest big city, which is about 2 hours and a half away. So the Boiling River community by itself, there is no school there. It's a very small community, as you will be able to see in the map. The nearest small city, it's maybe 30 minutes away. I believe they just started at school very recently there, but a very small one. But the public ones, which tend to be a little bit bigger, yeah, it's about 2 hours and a half away. So some of the kids, I believe, they attend some classes when they can, and then they also do take a lot of material so that they can continue almost homeschooling, but at the Boiling River. So they had quite a decent, awesome library, actually. I remember when one of the kids was most interested in understanding the work we were doing, he was telling me all he knew about DNA and proteins, and yeah, it was really awesome. They're really curious, and because of the ecotourism, because the ecotourism allows a lot of foreigners to come and visit the area, they're starting to learn some English, which is for sure super beneficial for them to expand their education.
So how many children do you think live right there at the Boiling River? Do you know?
I would say at least 10 or 15, and it ranges between 8 years old to 18 years old, besides a few babies that I saw. But yeah, that's an approximate.
And they just don't go to school. They do everything homeschool.
Most of them they do. I believe that a lot of them also do help and work in the area. And then I think some seasons they send them like one semester to school and another semester homeschool, from what I understand.
So then going to school would be like a distance experience where they would go and live there at the school for a time and then come back home.
Correct, exactly. I think they rotate so that they can continue helping the community and, doing their part of the work. Everybody has a role in these kind of communities. So, the kids will help with, I don't know, transporting the luggage of the people that arrive, or helping collecting the water, or different things that are safe for them to do.
I don't have a question.
I have a question.
Go ahead. Say it loud.
What is the most common culture or religion there?
Oh yeah, so it's what they call the Andean cosmovision, which Andean refers to the Andes, but it really refers to all of these rural area. Cosmovision just really means their way of perceiving the world, but what I would say their culture really is understanding the natural world through the concept of spirits and nature, where we are talking about spirits in the animals, in spirits in the plants, and the elements of, like water, air, rain, etc. Religion wise, there was a lot of Christian groups that did try to integrate their religion. So actually in a lot of the communities, even the farthest ones, have been let's say a 50-person community, you will still find a small Christian church typically. But that doesn't mean that all the community members are part of it. Some of them do, and some of them, especially the mixed races, where not necessarily the native communities have mixed with perhaps, let's say, the city people, and so their descendants tend to be a little bit more open to learn about the different religions, but they're very respectful of any culture and any religion. For them, everything connects to nature. So you could say that that's their cultural view.
Thank you. Okay, next question.
So something good to see would be, the thing that I just described. Oh, I have a lot of sun here. What I just described, they try to put it in their art. So they sell a lot of textiles. That's usually part of how they make their income as well. Whenever tourists come by, they make different textiles, to put as decorations or to use as tablecloths. Really gorgeous. I actually have one right here. If you guys give me just 1 second to bring it.
Love it. But what? A tablecloth that she brought home from the Boiling River. So she says their culture and their beliefs of the natural world and spirits of nature, they show that through their art. But art doesn't always mean a painting on the wall. Like she says, you have a tablecloth that they made or something else.
There you go. Let me remove my background.
That's beautiful.
So this is, for example, a liner for a table. So it's quite long and I just put it across. But this is all handmade, really. They add their painting, so it's very delicate for washing, of course, but each design that they do, it's inspired by nature. So all of these are patterns, how they basically take nature around them, and each pattern that they do, it's unique and different from each other. So it's not like they use one main pattern for all of their work. Everything is based on inspiration, so each piece is unique. But as you can see here, they connect a lot of nature with a lot of also shapes. So the circle meaning infinite for them, or the center of life. And as you can see here, in this case, they are connecting it, to plants, and most likely this must signify some sort of medicinal plant for them.
Okay, Nixon remembered his question. Thank you, Rosa.
Yeah.
If you don't have one, I do. Go ahead. He's thinking. Okay.
Are the people at the village poor?
Are the people at the village poor? So ecotourism has really helped improve their economical situation. I would say if we're talking economically, they are towards poor improving to medium class, because they've been that was before COVID time started, of course, because with COVID they had to close and didn't get any income. But through the work of Andres, they were able to really bring a lot of attention and responsible tourism to the area, so that really improved their income, although they are a big family. Right now with COVID, I know they're trying to recover. So hopefully after things calm down in the world, they can recover better.
Can I ask you how has the ecotourism affected them, and is there something they need? Are they in need right now because of the pandemic?
So I know that they had restarted slowly with much limited capacity just in the last 2 months. But for basically the entirety of last year, they did have to shut down because the shaman and a few other people did got infected with COVID. They recovered, thank goodness, okay, and now they are, they're fine, but it did hit them pretty hard. They had a lot of savings, which is how they managed to be okay last year. But I know, they were kind of burning through them at the end of the year after months without getting any tourism. But that's they were able, because now they own the land, they were able to reopen. And I know that softly and carefully, of course, with social distancing, they're starting to receive more tourists now again.
Wow. Hey, what do you tell Rosa Gang? Where's your note?
Thank you.
Okay, guys, awesome questions.